Hey everybody, this morning Ann did a lesson talking about how Jesus heals us. And so we are going to do a craft about that. When my kids, like Nathan here, we have all kinds of injuries sometimes. Sometimes he is running outside and he might fall and skin his knee so it's bleeding, or get his elbow so it's bleeding a little bit, and I can see that one because it's bleeding. And we'll put some spray on it and put a Band-Aid on it. And the other thing I do is I give him a hug. Sometimes he might come to me and say that his stomach hurts or his head hurts, and I can't look at him and know that he has a headache, but he's telling me it hurts on the inside. And so I might have him lay down quietly, make sure he has a good drink, and I give him another hug. Sometimes what's hurting is on the inside, on our heart. Somebody hurts our feelings, or we're sad about something, and those can be hard to fix. But one thing that we do almost always is give a hug. And so right now, when sometimes we can't give somebody a hug that we want to give them, we are going to make a hug that we can send somebody. So the things you will need today are a piece of paper. You can use heavy paper like construction paper or regular paper. You will need some string. I have some ribbon, but it could also just be some twine or some thread. You could even use dental floss if that's what you have. You need scissors. You need a pen. And then you need some way to attach the stuff. So we have a little stapler or some Scotch tape. So the first thing, and you probably are going to need, you may need a helper for this craft. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take Nathan's hand and put it down here, and I'm going to trace it. Just using the pen. Tracing his hand. Lift it up. So you see his hand nice and neat on this paper. From there, you're going to cut out the hand. So I already did this part, and I have two hands right here like this. Now, if you want to, at this point, you could decorate them. So if you wanted to put rings or fingernails on them, or any design on it, you can totally do that. You could put little hearts all over it, anything you wanted to do. You could write your name on it, but you have two hands cut out of paper. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to measure how big the hug is. So I'm going to use this ribbon because I have it. Nathan's given, that looks like him giving a big hug. So I'm going to hold one piece of the ribbon here. This is where you'll need a partner. And I'm going to take the ribbon and measure it all the way to his other hand. All the way there. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to give it a snip so that what I have is a very long ribbon and two hands. Now the next step, you're going to attach them. So this is very important. You are going to take the paper hand. Do not staple this to your actual hand. When I asked for a volunteer today, Nathan heard like I'm stapling a ribbon to hands. He was like, no way. I said, no, the paper hands. So he agreed. So I'm going to staple this to it. And I'm going to staple the other end to this hand. My stapler doesn't work, so I'm going to use a piece of tape, and I'm going to tape this side, which works just as well. And then what you have is a giant hug. You can take this hug now, and you can use it around the house. You could leave it in somebody's room to give them a surprise hug when they weren't expecting it. You could fold it up. You could deliver it to somebody, or you could pop it in the mail and mail it to somebody if somebody doesn't live close to you but you want to give them a hug. And you can send them that, and that person can have it, and it can remind them that this is the size of the hug that you want to give that person. So I hope you enjoy doing this, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.